I said, they want me to die, you can bet it. Ain't shit sweet, but I'm sweet like diabetics. I said, they want to keep you quiet. Now, if you can think back, it makes sense why they had them riots. So these are my sentiments. I said, on me, I'ma represent. It ain't all about the checks, though they trying to check me, but I'ma still get the message sent. I said, I am ready. When I stand up, it ain't a joke like Liza Minnelli. But I love her. I said, you know they still playing with your stock. That's why most of them homeboys was spraying with the stock. They trying to tear down your companies, not realizing we in good company. I said, I am accompanied. So you ain't punking me. See, I remember all the magma days. They still trying to fucking hit me with them plasma rays. So don't let it pass you or gas you. They're trying to keep you sick, wheezy, like you got asthma, making every day harder. But they will get washed. Welcome to the Carter. I said, their mouth is where my foot is. I said, you know they still trying to tamper with the footage. Left, right, left, right, left, right. You know, I respect the left, right. Because we got left, right. That's why I'm saying fuck them blue and red lights. I said, that ain't what they telling. You know, back in the 90s, they was on the streets and got them selling. They act like they wasn't a part of it. But how the fuck you think the gangs got started, bitch? Them motherfucking fed mice. Just know I'm the big cat who they fed mice. I said, and fuck who led ice. You know they wrong even when officers shed light. I said, yup, so don't be blind to them blue and red lights. I said, even though I'm from perp, I ain't a perp. And I do agree and think that the blue and red right. I said, although, you know, the gov working modules. You know the left and right, everything they do to us is diabolical. They don't want you believing in the religion. But just know that that ain't their fucking decision. I said, basically, what I'm saying to you is they trying to blind you and all of us from having vision. No squares, just a circle of life. You know we fly, cuz we heard from the kites. So keep putting out your content. You know they trying to keep us beyond bent. I said, yup, save the debts. I said, yup, save your flex. I said, they hate me cuz every time I try to bust a fucking rhyme, they trying to break my neck. Shout out to who got wrongfully convicted. Man, just look at all the pain they've inflicted on us. But you know where my wit is, so I'ma let y'all be my witness. See, I never had a felony. So tune in, I've always been going with the melody. I said, yo, and you know some ain't wrong for being felons. You know they was just traps they fell in. Me, I'm trying to build a bridge, and I did that. So I'm about as cool as in the fridge. You know LED. They're trying to block my shine with their fucking LEDs. So fuck informants. You know I'm down with the woo, like the 4 horsemen. I said they made me stay. I'm on the field, bitch. It's always training day. I said, you know them fucking stores big. So you need to keep track of your storage. Just look what they draw in. They're trying to paint a bad pic of me while I'm drawing. But I don't think they wear the pants. I've been had the drawstrings. So fuck their stories. I am the shit, so I'ma air out their dirty laundry. Everything they say and do to us is disgusting. I said they're all about their corruption. You know the SIGs is torching. I said they trying to hurt you and keep you stiff like rigor mortis. I said, see, but I always made a sacrifice. They're trying to off me, dog, and make me a sacrifice. Like that is right. I said, fam, I hold close and dear to me. I know all my haters just trying to mirror me. Yup, they trying to fucking soul swap. I said they want me planted cause they got no crops. Jack their fucking whips like repo. And fuck snitches, they still singing like Dino. I said I love Mike, I'm on the mic. And I know how to play the background like Tito. I said they just talking in the motherfucking background. But we know. And that's why they attacking you. I said that's why they attached to you. While they laugh at you. I said we the ones they mocking. Rich bums. See, we grew up on top ramen. That's why I'm top ramen. And I know y'all don't fight fair. I'm a baby loke. They're trying to stick me in the high chair. Yup. I said they spread rumors about me nationwide. But word to my Paisley, I am on your side. I said them straps, they concealing it. So this is my letter to you as I'm sealing it. I said I ain't making no deals with them. They ain't trying to feed the homeless. And they still ain't providing meals for them. I said they trying to gun me down because they don't want me to have my peace or my peace. So I know they keep talking cause you know I love the Chinese. Yup. Blowing a kiss to Yenzi Bomba Gump. I said even she knows I ain't a chump. I said I'ma flow while I'm digging the moat. And I ain't do this for a vote. Nope. I said, you know my name, Ty. So you know the gov trying to hang me by a rope. I said, but you know I'ma keep swinging, dog. Even off the ropes. I said, they're trying to get me arrested. But I'ma make my point with every sentence. I said, they want you injured. But in me, they can't enter. I said, they're trying to spark a fuse in your mind. You need to pay attention to the fusion centers. See, the shit ain't boring. I said, you know the good neighbors watch, but sometimes the neighborhood watch is scorching. You listening? I said, they either agree to harass and target you, or you know the pigs will force them. I'm just letting the warmth in. And as we warring, they want to steal your name and your fortune. And or forge it. I said, see how I kick it, they need me. I never look down on them, believe me. But since every day they trying to torture me, I'ma stomp them the fuck out and leave them beneath me. I said I had my medal since a pee-wee. And you know I'ma school them like Mr. Feeney. On 3P. I said, you see it in my eyes. Bitch, I ain't wearing a disguise. I I said they trying to tear me up inside with all their bullshit lies and propaganda. So, you know, we gonna make some bands, cuh. We made a band, cuh. So they trying to pull my strings and judge it. But I ain't their fucking puppet. So, you know, we gon' still rock and roll like master of puppets. I said I mastered the shoving. I mastered all the judgment. I said too many corrupt. And you can see and hear it in the hearings. See what judgment? So let them laugh at me. Bitch, you know I already mastered me. 'Cause that's what a real master teach. So they gonna try to get you to disappear. But I think I made my point when I make this appear. Let's get it clear. Like I said, they started rumors. And then they come at you with humor. But they ain't the ones I humor. I said they press your buttons on them computers. That's that cyber shit. But I'm too high, you bitch. I said the kids I teach them right. This the last time I'ma say it. Don't be speaking about my wife. I said, you know they put their vests on. You know they get the Teflon. But you know I pop. Just like a fucking stepmom. I said, see, what you say, it might not make sense, but you know it'll still make sense. I know you understanding me. They act like they care, but they're just trying to tear apart all our families. I said, so look at here, slime. We just need to shape up and fix our fucking hairline. I said, like I said, I'm going to focus on my chi. And I'm going to focus on the G's. I said, listen to what they said. They hate the feds. Because look at all the shit we fed. I said, while they taking notes, they hiding it. And want our cars to be colliding, bitch. See, that ain't no accident. You know, every day they trying to get you in an accident. So you ain't got to put no more money up to know that's a bet. So what more I got to say? They just want me to rot away. But I'm like, no, not today. Even when it's raining. You know, I'm going to bring your rain in. I said, they always acting like some fucking assholes. You belong on Uranus. I said, you know I'm a circle to block like Uranus. So go ahead and try to shit start. You getting dotted like some pick art. I said, I'm going to bow to what Anna'll say. They're trying to make me a cartoon like anime. But just know the difference. I said, just know the diff is. I said, man, I guess I got to sit him down like lip shits. That's your big tip. I said, that's why they say fuck me. They sexually harass me cause they want to fuck me. Man, I know you remember me. I know you remember T. I said, see me, I ain't got a wink. But I'm going to raise my cup for y'all cause I got a drink. I said, yup, I've always been the one to buy it. Cause I ain't biased. So all the bullshit stories, don't you buy it. I said, they try to make you walk the line. And then they hide the fact that every day they talk through your mind. Yep. That's through the tech, obviously. They really trying to kill us with their technology. I said, but see, I'm going to come back like Elon does. I said, it ain't all about the money. And I think our world got fucked up by Elon Musk. I got bars like that. And that's why they're trying to give me bars like that. I said, I ain't trying to act hard like that. But I'm really hard like that. I said, I think they on hard white smack. Cause all they do is talking trash. So I think you need to bag them up. Maybe toe tag them up. Cause off these raps we make a killing. I said, and off their traps they making killings. I said, man, they trying to get rid of all your emotions and play off them so you ain't got no feelings. Telling me every person mad at me. Yeah, right, bitch. I said, I can connect with other personalities. And no matter how many messages you send through my brain, you ain't gonna change my personality. Because you ain't got no personality. I ain't gonna be another fucking casualty. So I know I need to try to keep calm and just be casualty. Now that's a G. I said, man, they trying to get rid of my writtens. But if you read the real book, you know it was written. Said, I ain't trying to be a Don. But you know I was reading them peace psalms. I said, man, I believe in every God. Y'all know what they did to Job? I said, in my head, they creating knots. But I'm going to go to their 9 and clean the knots. And go to their line and clean the knots. Boy, I'm hot. I said, so I'm a chuckle. I said, they want to Chucky me. Cause I know they loving me. I said, yup. Like I said, they don't fight fair. I said, you know what's fucked up? They trying to control your dreams while you sleep just to give you nightmares. What a nightmare. I said, man, look all the shit I found out. I said, but I ain't pitching. I'm on the mound now. So I'm pitching it back. Just listen to that. And yell ball game. I said they got no nuts or fucking ball game. They gonna fall, lames. I said you ain't got no fame. You ain't got no name. That's why you trying to make us some fucking no names. I said I'm so sane. I said, so I'm going to stay on top of it. I know I'm sane because I was told by 4 psychologists. And back then, I didn't even know they chipped me. I'm talking about the blue and red. You dig me? I said, they said it was only a couple of months. But I'm going to clear the math. Because really, they fucked with me for 1.5 years. I said, yup. They tried to make me their property while they fucking destroyed my property. But they won't get away with that. They will pay for that. Because I know they had everybody watching me, following me around because they paid for that. That's why they get rid of all the illegals, because everything they do to us is illegal. I said, and they mad at us because we legal, and everything we do is legal. I said, you know what's evil? When you go and wage war on your own people. And then they go and they be bidding them. We do the work, but they act like we ain't real citizens. So they sit us in. These fucking holes they try to put us in. That's why you need to keep putting up your bulletins. And trust, yo, even though they trying to kill us, don't be bringing bullets in. Because off that, they're going to pull us in. I said, you know they're trying to cuff you. Because you know they don't love you. Maybe one day we'll make our escape. They acting like heroes. I don't see no capes. They want us all imprisoned. And trying to try to get away from our living. So we can't make a way of living. But that's why you need to listen. And go back to studying. Because you know they bring their buddies in. But for us, this ain't the end. Because now all them TIs, we became friends. No more TV shows, Ty. While they all acting like the people on Friends. So I'ma say save it, cuz. Save your bucks. Fuck you and the Brady Bunch. They are so corny. They got all these sex jokes, bitch, because I know they horny. But don't you ever go and dance with the devil, man. You know he's horny. I said, I feel like they tried to turn me into a prostitute, but they can't afford me. So they trying to get more of me. Unfortunately. So this is why I had to be defensive. If I had a list of shit they did to me, it would be endless. I know they want to end this. But this is what I said, bitch. This ain't an act with me. So go tune in to Chapter 2, The Hit Factory. That's some shit you can vibe to. Where I address everything. Like vibe, dude. I said, cause you know I'm still connected to the source. That's my vibe, fool. I'm about to give him that motherfucking uppercut like Ryu. Don't you try to come anywhere near my kid. Cause I'm still steering, bitch. I said they think I'm old, but I'ma wear them out like where clearance is. They created a false mirror image. I said I feel like they copied me. It's like they got their foot on top of me. I said, I know you hear the noise. You seen what they did to George Floyd? I said, in my head, I'm hearing dog whistles. But I'ma bang back like dog pistols. We all official. I said, we got them cannons like official. I said, so I'm going to hit him with the battle axe, because I can still go line for line like I do battle rap. And that's a fact. I said, I ain't do this just to have some glory. They made me forget what I was going to say. Now that's a story. That's why I keep them all them bitches in the same category. You ain't never had the 40. So what's your point? I said, I ain't going to the joint. I said, even if I wanted to go, they wouldn't let him in. Because everything I say and do is genuine. I ain't a fucking weirdo. And I don't need a beer, bro. Y'all ain't the one I fear, bro. Even when you see the tears, though. I said, so I ain't stopping. I'm all about the unity like what they made in Compton. So fuck you and your accomplice. I said, I know my direction without the compass. I said, I know where I'm heading. So I hope what I say in your head will be embedded. I said, you ain't got to follow me or follow me, but I appreciate if you follow me or follow me. I said, I'm always in the lab, Scientology. I said, we are the greatest. Because we create some great shit. They're trying to keep us stuck on stupid. while they're trying to rearrange our hearts like Cupid. But don't you lose it. They're trying to park you to be their amusement. Welcome to the clown show. But I'm still around, bro. You know how the sounds go. But my sound, they go and download. I said, yup, I caught that. I said, what they said to us, we ain't bought that. I said, so let them alphas stretch. I said, man, and fuck their little alphabet and their alphabet. Yen'll shine, they will let her. I said, you know what I did to go and get her? I said, I follow the scripture. So let him frame me, because I'm painting the real picture. I said, I don't ever spill the tea. You can get the tea from me, because I got a picture. So I'ma still drop bars without the liquor. I said, I'm looking up to the sky. And I seen the mixture. Because you know when the stars align, what the fuck we gonna get? The Big Dipper.